You might remember that in 2019, in the month of April, Mozambique was hit by 2 cyclones, which then went inland and affected also Mozambique and Malawi, as well as northern parts of South Africa. And that was unprecedented. Cyclones are supposed to hit maybe once every 10 years, but now we had 2 in 1 month, Cyclone Kenneth and Cyclone Idai. And we had our first climate refugee camps. Who would have thought that one of the effects of climate crisis would have been an increase in HIV and teen pregnancy? What we're trying to do in this project is really build a very deep understanding of what are the consequences of climate crisis. We're not climate scientists, although we work very closely with climate scientists. But the question for us is, when societies face extreme weather events like prolonged droughts, extreme floods, there's destruction of infrastructure, destruction of social networks, destruction of homes and lands, what are the effects? We're trying to understand, what does a society look like when access to water is disrupted, access to energy is disrupted, when soils and water are contaminated? What happens to society? In short, we're trying to understand the complex social consequences of extreme weather events. So the problem our consortium is addressing is, what are the social consequences of the increased number of extreme weather events along the Indian Ocean coast of Africa, coming down from Somalia and Ethiopia all the way down to Cape Town, South Africa. There's a study site in Ethiopia, one in Tanzania, one in Malawi, one in Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and here in Cape Town. And each site is roughly 50 by 50. And we want to do a deep dive to understanding what are the social dynamics that are emerging. In other words, we want to do nothing less ambitious than put a different kind of social science into governance thinking. But how do we do environmental governance going forward? How do we build better relationships between people and earth and people and governance systems, so that we can build relations of habitability? I think we can do something very different that perhaps changes the conversation on this continent about what environmental governance looks like.